So this USDCAD analysis for Monday, the 12th of February. Now let's have a look at prices and where prices may likely go. So what we can see here is prices head up towards this 126.22 break, from which we're looking for price head up towards our 126.70, and after which we're looking for price head up towards that 127 level. So we trade above this 126.70. We didn't quite get up to this 127 level. This very large candle with this wick to the upside, potentially this was a news related event. It's an hourly chart, so this move upwards, such a large move over such a short period of time, slightly news related. As we can see, the first move up was like I think they call it like a head fake. This move upwards, rejection, come all the way back down, closed bearish, had a brief move upwards, tested the 26.22. We're now seeing the sell side momentum from 26.22. So if we do see this continued sell side momentum, we're currently at 25.63. We're expecting price head down towards our 25.30. If we don't find support at 25.30, we're looking for price head down towards our 125, 124.86. A successful break from which we are looking for price head down towards the 124.50 and around where the 124.50. We do have the added confluence of the well, it's not a confluence area, it's just a 200 period moving average sitting at 124.50, potentially acting as a dynamic level of support for a move possibly back up to 125. If we don't find support at the 200 period moving average, we're expecting price head down towards that 124.26. In around 124.26, we do have the added confluence of the 400 period moving average, thus increasing likelihood of potential bounce from this 124.26 possibly up to that 124.86 or 125. Or if we do not hold, I wouldn't expect us to move much beyond 124.26 to the downside, but if we were to have a particularly volatile day, 123.55 would expect to be the far end of the range. Now if we do turn around, I'd say the 125.30, again we'll look to see if we do find support at 126.22, 126.70 or 127. Now let's just have a look at the higher time frames on the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. If we head over to the monthly time frame, what can we see here? So we were in a trading range, we broke out to the downside, but we seem to have found support. So that's on the, I think it's on the daily, but let's have a look at this monthly time frame. Now on this monthly time frame, we posted this wick just down here in around 120.63, and we've had a brief move upwards, and then we stalled, had these very bearish candles closing near their lows, suggesting further downside continuation. But more recently, we've tested those lows. Let's see where our lows were. Our lows from this bearish candle was in around this 22.47, and our most recent low of the month for February was in around 22.55. So it's 8 pips away, in around 8 pips away, and as you can see, this very strong bullish buy side momentum is coming to the market. We've in fact traded above the high of the previous month, or the month of January, was it? It was January. But we're currently trading in around the open of the candle, but we'll see how prices develop, where we do see a further downside continuation, or we do see that retracement back all the way up to that 129 level. Overall though, we have come off a little bit, so we've got a high, lower high, potentially a lower high here, but we'll see what happens from here, whether we do see that continuation from the very bullish month we've posted so far, and we do see a move up towards our 129, or whether we do retrace most of this bullishness that we have seen and we head back down towards our 120.63 in around this pin bar low over here from 2017, and head down towards possibly that 200 period moving average here on the monthly time frame. So we're going to head over to the weekly time frame here on the US dollar against Canadian dollar, and as you can see here, so we've got our highs there, had a brief slow move to the upside here before we saw the sell side momentum from this price contraction here. Further sell side momentum coming down towards our 20.63, moved up, formed a bit of a trading range, broke out to the downside. We do appear to have found support here by posting these two very strong weekly candles, but we have come in towards that there's a 200 period moving average here. Let's just have a quick look. So we do have a 200 period moving average. We did trade above it. The 200 period moving average currently sitting at 126.23, and I think I have a level at 120. Hold on a second here. That can't be right. 126.23. Yep, 126.23. we've had a bit of a pullback here on the weekly candle from last week, so we do have to be aware that we might see some further sell side momentum before we might find support before seeing that bullish continuation that we have seen from the previous 2 weeks. If we do see that bullish continuation, what would be important is we would have our lows, potentially a higher low, and move back up towards our 129 within that trading range, a successful break from which we could really see a strong move, especially if we can close above the 130 level on the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. Now, if we head over to the daily time frame, and over to the daily time frame, here we go. And so we were in this trading range, slightly below this, in around 129 being the upper end of the trading range. Before we saw the breakout to the downside, brief pullback, further downside continuation. We've posted this very strong bullish candle, somewhat breaking the trend. Had this move upwards, minor pullback here. But what's significant here on this daily time frame is this pin bar, most of which is pretty much from that likely news-related candle. So we posted a bearish pin bar. So we do have to be aware that this brief move upwards was sold back down. So we might see that retracement possibly back down towards these levels just here. Let's just see where those levels are. In around the 24.26. In around that 24.26, we might see that retracement from this pin bar all the way down to that 24.26, forcing that further upside continuation, a break of that pin bar, move back up towards into this trading range here in between the 127 and 129, that 200-point zone. Successfully testing the upper end of the trading range, we could potentially see prices move towards our 130. We do have to be aware of the 200 period moving average, though, currently sitting slightly below the 120. Where is that actually? 200 period moving average currently sitting below the. Let's just see where that is. The 200 period moving average currently sitting at 127.50 or so. So we'll see our price react around at 127.50. I've already got 127.56 marked out in the chart. So if we do see that, depends how long prices do take to get up there. If we do see that pullback before seeing the upside continuation, we'll see our prices react in around the dynamic level of potential resistance. In this case, the 200 period moving average, for seeing how prices react to this trading range that we were in 2017. And with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US dollar Canadian dollar analysis. Thanks for watching.